Let us look at some aspects of molecular orbital. The number of molecular orbitals formed is equal to the number of atomic orbitals combined. We just saw that. So if there are two atomic orbitals combining, there will be two molecular orbitals. And if there are n atomic orbitals are combining, there will be n molecular orbitals. Okay. Among these formed atomic orbitals, there could be bonding molecular orbital, anti-bonding molecular orbital, or non-bonding molecular orbital. Let's see. When two atomic orbitals are combined, two molecular orbitals are formed. One of them is bonding molecular orbital with less energy than the atomic orbitals. So remember, bonding molecular orbitals will have lesser energy compared to atomic orbitals. Then the other is an anti-bonding molecular orbital with a greater energy than the atomic orbitals. So if two atomic orbitals are combining, there will be two molecular orbitals. One is bonding molecular orbital and the other is anti-bonding molecular orbital. Bonding molecular orbital will have a lesser energy and the anti-bonding molecular orbital will have a higher energy. So electrons in bonding molecular orbital will increase the stability because it's lower in energy, while electrons in anti-bonding molecular orbital will decrease the stability or increase the energy. Let us consider the pictorial representation of the molecular orbital formation by combination of two 1s atomic orbitals of hydrogen. So these two 1s orbitals combining to form two molecular orbitals. That is, one is sigma, the other one is sigma star. This is bonding molecular orbital and this is anti-bonding molecular orbital. See the bonding molecular orbital. The orbital comprises the whole molecule. It's not just confined to the middle of the two nuclei. And let's see the anti-bonding molecular orbital. Here you can see a nodal plane where there is no electron. There is no electron in between the nuclei in anti-bonding molecular orbital. So it's a very different concept from VB or Lewis structure. Now, we have two atomic orbitals combining to form two molecular orbitals. One is bonding molecular orbital, one is anti-bonding molecular orbital. So we have two electrons to fill in these two molecular orbitals. As any orbital can be occupied with two electrons, maximum of two electrons, both these electrons will go in this bonding molecular orbital. Assigning electrons in the molecular orbitals. We know there are certain rules like Aufbau principle, Pauli's exclusion principle, Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity, etc. in the case of atomic orbitals or when we fill electrons in the atomic orbital. Now, there are similar rules exist in the case of molecular orbitals too. The electrons are placed in the lowest available molecular orbital. So, if we are assigning electrons, we will assign electrons to the lowest available molecular orbital. When we assign these electrons, the maximum number of electrons in a given molecular orbital is 2. It cannot be 3, 4, etc. So, and also, there is one more thing. They should have opposite spins. This is exactly like Pauli's exclusion principle. Now, if there are more molecular orbitals with similar energy or identical energy, that means degenerate molecular orbitals, pairing of electrons in these degenerate orbitals will happen only when molecular orbitals of the same energy are occupied with single electrons and there are more electrons to remains to pair up. So, in the case of degenerate molecular orbitals, pairing will not happen at first. All degenerate molecular orbitals of the same energy will have single electrons at first, then only the pairing happens. This is similar to Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. Next, another term we need to learn is bond order. So in a molecular orbital theory, bond order is defined as the half of the difference between the number of bonding electrons and the number of anti-bonding electrons. So we count the number of electrons in the bonding molecular orbitals, then we subtract it with the number of electrons in the anti-bonding molecular orbitals. So subtracting number of electrons in the anti-bonding molecular orbitals from the number of electrons in the bonding molecular orbital will give you a term, and half of that is called bond order. The bond order is the number of bonding electrons minus number of anti-bonding electrons divided by 2. Generally, higher the bond order, the stronger the bond. Okay. നമ്മൾ ഹൈഡ്രജൻ ആറ്റത്തിന്റെ കേസ് എടുത്തു, അതിന്റെ ബോണ്ട് ഓർഡർ നമ്മൾ കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ 1 എന്നായിരിക്കും കിട്ടുക, ഹൈഡ്രജൻ മോളിക്യൂളിന്റെ കേസ്. അതേസമയം ഓക്സിജൻ മോളിക്യൂളിന്റെ കേസ് എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ബോണ്ട് ഓർഡർ കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് 2 എന്ന് കിട്ടും. അപ്പോൾ ഇത് ബോണ്ട് ഓർഡർ കൂടുമ്പോൾ ഡബിൾ ബോണ്ടായി. സിംഗിൾ ബോണ്ടിനേക്കാൾ കുറച്ചുകൂടെ സ്ട്രോങ് ആണ് ഡബിൾ ബോണ്ട്, അതിനേക്കാൾ കുറച്ചുകൂടെ സ്ട്രോങ് ആണ് ട്രിപ്പിൾ ബോണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ബോണ്ട് ഓർഡർ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഇത്തരത്തിൽ ബോണ്ട് ഓർഡർ കൂടുന്നതനുസരിച്ച് ബോണ്ട് സ്ട്രെങ്ത് കൂടുകയും ചെയ്യും. അപ്പോൾ ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഹോൾ നമ്പർ വരുമ്പോൾ കൃത്യമായിട്ട് ഏതാണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ നമ്പർ ഓഫ് ബോണ്ട്സ് ക്യാൻ സെറ്റ് ടു ബി ഈക്വൽ ടു ദി ബോണ്ട് ഓർഡർ. ബോണ്ട് ഓർഡർ കുഡ് ബി ഫ്രാക്ഷണൽ. ഇപ്പൊ നമ്പർ ഓഫ് ബോണ്ട്സ് നമ്മൾ ഫ്രാക്ഷണൽ ആയിട്ട് പറയാറില്ല. അതായത് നമ്മുടെ ലൂയിസ് സ്ട്രക്ചറിലോ VSEPR തിയറിയിൽ അത്തരം കാര്യങ്ങളിൽ, പഴയ തിയറികളിൽ നമുക്ക് ബോണ്ട് ഓർഡർ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്പർ ഓഫ് ബോണ്ട്സ് ഫ്രാക്ഷണൽ ആയിട്ട് പറയുന്ന സ്ഥിതിയില്ല. എന്നാൽ ബോണ്ട് ഓർഡർ കുഡ് ബി ഫ്രാക്ഷണൽ. MO തിയറിയിൽ ഫ്രാക്ഷണൽ ആയിട്ട് ഇത് കൈകാര്യം ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. It can explain the stability of a molecule just like He2+. ഇത് ഇവിടുത്തെ എടുത്തു പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത് ഇതിന്റെ സ്റ്റെബിലിറ്റി നമ്മുടെ മറ്റ് തിയറികൾ വെച്ച് തെളിയിക്കാൻ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടാണ്. Okay, let's see that He2+ case. So here helium atom with 2 electron and helium plus with 1 electron are combining to form helium-2+, and the molecular orbital are like this. This will be bonding molecular orbital, this will be anti-bonding molecular orbital, sigma and sigma star. So bond order is equal to half of number of bonding electrons minus number of anti-bonding electrons. So number of bonding electrons is 2. ബോണ്ടിങ് മോളിക്കുലാർ ഓർബിറ്റലിൽ 2 ഇലക്ട്രോണേ ഉള്ളൂ. നമ്പർ ഓഫ് ആന്റി ബോണ്ടിങ് ഇലക്ട്രോൺ ഇവിടെ 1 ഇലക്ട്രോൺ, ആന്റി ബോണ്ടിങ് മോളിക്കുലാർ ഓർബിറ്റലിൽ 1 ഇലക്ട്രോണേ ഉള്ളൂ. സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് 1. So 2 minus 1, half of 2 minus 1 is half itself, that is 0.5. So there is a fractional bond order when we consider He2+ molecule. So this He2+ is stabler compared to He2, which has a bond order of 0. So let's consider He2. Then there will be 2 electrons here. So 2 electrons will be here, and instead of 1 there will be 2 electrons in the antibonding molecular orbital also. So this will be 2 and this will be 2. So 2 minus 2 will be 0, and He2 is the bond order in He2 is 0. So He2 എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു മോളിക്യൂള് എക്സിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല എന്നുള്ള രീതിയിൽ പറയുമ്പോൾ He2+ എന്നുള്ള ഒരു മോളിക്യൂളിനെ എക്സിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാം, അതിന്റെ ബോണ്ട് ഓർഡർ ഉണ്ട് 0.5, ഒരു ഫ്രാക്ഷണൽ ബോണ്ട് ഓർഡർ അതിനുണ്ട് എന്ന് നമുക്ക് പറയാനായിട്ട് പറ്റും. Let us try to draw the molecular orbital diagram for hydrogen molecule, that is H2 molecule. As you know, 2 hydrogen atoms combine to form the hydrogen molecule H2. The 1s orbital of the one hydrogen atom and the 1s orbital of the other hydrogen atom combine together to form two molecular orbitals, one bonding molecular orbital and the other anti-bonding molecular orbital. So let's try to draw this. So let's try to represent this 1s orbital. So this is the 1s orbital of one atom, and the other atom's 1s orbital of the same energy. So these two atomic orbitals will be of the same energy. So let's draw it like that. And in one hydrogen atom, there is one electron in 1s orbital. So let's represent the one electron. This is one electron in one hydrogen, one 1s orbit. This is the electron in 1s orbital of one hydrogen, and this is the electron in the 1s orbital of the other hydrogen atom. So we have that. Let's say we are forming bonding molecule, they are combining and forming bonding molecular orbital and anti-bonding molecular orbital. As you know, the bonding molecular orbital will be of lower energy than these atomic orbitals. So we will represent as below. So this is the bonding molecular orbital. And the anti-bond, so let's combine them with dotted lines to show that these are formed from these atomic orbitals. This bonding molecular orbital, or this molecular orbital is formed from, this molecular orbital is formed from this atomic orbital and this atomic orbital. And we have one bonding molecular orbital, and there will be one anti-bonding molecular orbital. Sorry. So there will be one anti-bonding molecular orbital. So let us join them with dotted lines to show that this molecular orbital is formed from these two atomic orbitals. So these two are atomic orbitals. This is molecular orbital. This is also a molecular orbital. This is of lower energy. This is of lower energy, and this is bonding molecular orbital. This is of higher energy, and this is anti-bonding molecular orbital. Let us label them. So this is 1s orbital of one hydrogen, and this is 1s orbital of the other hydrogen atom. Now these are the molecular orbitals of the hydrogen molecule. So let's label them. This is the bonding molecular orbital of hydrogen molecule, and this is the, let's say this is the anti-bonding molecular orbital of the same hydrogen molecule. Now we have to fill electrons in these molecular orbitals. So these atomic orbitals has one electron here and one electron here. That means altogether they have 2 electrons. So we have only 2 electrons to fill in these molecular orbitals. So let us take this electron and bring it to fill it in bonding molecular orbital. And let's take this electron and let's fill that in the same molecular orbital, that is bonding molecular orbital. But the problem here is that they are all, the spin has to be different. So let's change the spin too. So we have filled the 2 electrons of that atom, available electrons in this bonding molecular orbital. So there are no electrons to fill in anti-bonding molecular orbital. So it's okay. So this is the molecular orbital diagram for hydrogen molecule. So remember, we do not remove this, we do not show that we are removing this 1s orbital, electrons in this 1s orbital, but actually these electrons are of these 2 atomic orbitals. Once bonding molecular orbital forms, this will not be there and this will not be there. Only this portion, that is this portion will be there in molecule. So this is in atom, and while this is in molecule, and only 2 electrons are available, and those 2 electrons will go in bonding molecular orbital. If there were required, the maximum number of electrons possible in an orbital is 2. So that's why the 2 electrons here. That's why the 2 electrons here, and there are no electrons in anti-bonding molecular orbital. Let us try to draw the molecular orbital diagram for helium molecule, that is He2 molecule. As you know, helium exists as helium atom, not as He2. So let's say this is the 1s orbital of helium atom, and let's consider another helium atom, and it has also this 1s orbital. Now we have these two atomic orbitals combining to form a bonding molecular orbital and a higher energy anti-bonding molecular orbital. So let's make it, let's join them with a dotted line to show that they are formed from, this molecular orbital is formed from these two atomic orbitals, and let's join them with dotted lines to show that this molecular orbital is formed from these two atomic orbitals. So this is, let us label them. This is 1s of 1s orbital of helium atom, and this is 1s orbital of the other helium atom. All right, let's say okay, so let's label this as bonding molecular orbital and this as anti-bonding molecular orbital, and let's consider the electrons now. So helium atom contains 2 electrons. So 1s orbital contains 2 electrons. There is 1 electron, there is the other electron. Now here also the other helium atom also contains 2 electrons, and they are also in the 1s orbital of the helium atom. So there are 4 electrons altogether. Now once these atomic orbitals combine to form these molecular orbitals, these electrons should be filled in this molecular orbital, that is in bonding molecular orbital and anti-bonding molecular orbital. Here we have only 2 molecular orbitals available. Let us fill them. So we have 4 electrons altogether. So we will take the 2 electrons from here. We will take these 2 electrons. We will take this electron and fill it here. I will take this electron and fill it here. I will take this electron. Doesn't matter which electron, but because electrons are all same, here. We'll take this electron and fill it here. Now we'll take this electron and fill it here. It doesn't matter which electron because electrons are all same. Now we have filled all the 4 electrons. So this is the molecular orbital diagram for He2 molecule, helium molecule, and you can see there are 2 bonding molecular orbital electrons and 2 anti-bonding molecular orbital electrons. That means number of bonding electrons minus number of anti-bonding electrons will be 0. 2 minus 2, 0. The bond order will be 0. That is He2 molecule. The bond number of bonds between these 2 helium atom is 0. That is, there is no bond.